And we're back with another episode of Sunday Fun Day. I am your hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American civil, the first child of God, the messenger of God. I'm Lilith, reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you had to see what I put in my community page and any videos leading up to this. I'm quite tired. I was going to post that I'm spiritually drained, but then a conversation needed to be had. You know, I'm just a channel to the bullshit, an antenna, a loudspeaker, a transmitter, a computer, a microwave. It comes over me and I have to put it out because it's overpowering. It's an overpowering thing that when, the message has to be delivered. I'm really wore out. I said I was going to post some cards. I didn't plan on that. As I was coming up, it was a whole different conversation to be had. I was watching Joe Bart-Philosophy, I'm subscribed to one of his channels. It's Joe Bart-Philosophy. The other day he shared a video that I just kind of took a glimpse at right now about immortality, what it would be like to be immortal. And he starts breaking it down right away. He's like, I think 250, 300 years is a good time to live. And it just started the conversation. Before I watched that, I had posted in shorts about what it meant to be goddess and how I am the existence of time and space. And here he comes talking about immortality. What is immortality? Does that mean you live forever in this form? Or you live forever? I have lived forever. I tell you that I'm the first child of God, but that's not where I began. I told you that already. I've lived on other planets. I've been his goddess in many civilizations. I've played many roles on his little creation table here. I tried to explain in another video that time only exists here. And the time that we have, although it feels like a fucking lifetime, as they call it, you have a lifetime, given so many years, whatever that span of your lifetime is. While you're living it, it's nice and long and slow and lasts for motherfucking ever. As you get older, the years do go by quite quickly. Why? Because you're not occupying your time the same way. Time still goes the same amount of time, though. It always has. Our days are as slow as the days were in the 30s. We just fill them up with so much more to make them go by much quicker. There's no such thing as time. Only here, and you calculate time by the sun and the moon, as I told you. But when you're in other places, when you're not here on Earth, there's no such thing. Nobody knows what time of day it is. Nobody knows what day it is. Nobody sees a future. They don't see the past. They see now. Unless you're like me, a watcher. Sorry, I'm trying to get the guidebooks together. If I didn't play the game, I watched the game. And even as I sit here playing the game, I watch the game. I watch the past, the present, and what you call is the future. How can it be a future untold if I already can tell you everything that happens? If it was already told in the books that were written before we got here, how is it something you call the future? The definition of the future is a time that has yet to be had. But it's already been had. Not everybody's seen it, but there's people like me. We see it. We see what the future looks like. And that goes back to my first video about having the gifts of discernment. Walking in the spirits. God shows you. He reveals to you his plan. For I have great plans for your life and whatever the bullshit is. For something and all of that. What happens when you die? You just leave this body. That's it. That's it. Where do you go from there? Well, That's the conversation to be had. Because when you live in this body, they tell you what will happen to this body. But nobody from this time has ever gone to that time before. Which is what? The crossing over. Who am I? I am Lilith reincarnated. I have crossed over 1,000,000 times. And it's not really. You can cross over here. The crossover is the leaving of the vehicle you rode in. How long did your vehicle last? How long did your typical car last? How long is your dog going to be alive? There's a good one. I literally did have somebody ask me that. My dog died. How can I connect with my dog? Okay, hold on here. The flesh of that carcass is deep in the ground, I'm sure, or you burned it. The spirit of that dog obviously was nothing of a dog. It just took a dog form. That spirit lives on within you and your memories. And it must go on to have a better form than just your dog. That was just part of a life. According to the Hindu teachings, you had 4 million lives before you even became human. Can I agree or disagree with that? I don't stand either way. Then also the video said, you know, how in the goddess the whole universe lies. I told you that earlier. It's a reawakening to what you were before you put on the skin. Now, I had a download earlier. I was thinking about, you know, Oscar, and I'm like, I'm curious. Do you realize that your skin means nothing and that you must take it off? That it was you trying to blow up your skin that made you lose your divinity. That it really doesn't matter the skin you wear, Oscar. And that's probably not your name. And you can change that name. You have the power as the creator. Did you catch yourself and realize that you were using all power to chase the things of man? Did you realize that you were standing between two worlds? Are you still striving to be your higher self? Or are you struggling to put your higher self into this world? Where are you on your journey, people? Immortality. I don't cease to exist when I leave here, I just leave this body. And that's where the conversation is constantly being had. What shall you do with your next life? Why? Because this one is over. The challenges, the hardships. It's easy breezy throughout here. 56 years of easy breezy. It means it's pretty much over. You know what I mean? So then they're like, well, what shall you do with your next life? I don't know. So, something to think about. It doesn't end here. But this is, you're only going to be here this time. How many times have I been here? One too many times. And I'm just learning the new times. It won't be like this ever anytime you come back. It'll never be like this. And you cannot go back to the old times. Only within. You can visit them all the time. Always. You do that with your memories and bullshit. You can visit the old times. But this time, the current time that we're currently in, it'll be a memory that we talk about. The future's coming no matter what, and it's already been painted. It's a lot of that. Being young forever? You mean ignorant? You mean dumb? Or you mean beautiful? You only find beauty in your younger self. Is that what it is? Or people only found you beautiful when you were younger? Have you not found beauty in your older self? So everybody holds on to this version, and that's what he said. Well, if I, if I get to be my young, strapping self, for all those ages, then cool. But, when you get to 80 and 90, that sucks. I know. I'm living to 99, bro. What will this body be at that time? Will my spirit still be fully alive and exciting and funny and cutting dirty jokes and all that? Most definitely, because I died from laughing about some bullshit. But in the sense of, will my body be able to keep up with my spirit? No. The spirit wants to be so free and do so many wonderful things, and the body has its limitations. It's limited by its skin color, its race, its religion, it's all of this shit. I can't be fully free in this skin. I can't have all the freedoms. Because of the, you know what I mean? The limitations in the world that it is. So in essence, you know, and I always say it all the time, why do I have to be the girl? Why do I say that all the time? Because women have no power in this time. Without a man to back me up, I'm taking on the world. You've put the power in the man. You've put the power of leadership in the men, and it's not that. And it's just restoring it, but in the sense of I don't need to be that man. We just need better men in power that have the heart of the goddess. Anyways, it was a long ass story. It's like immortality. What does that mean to you, bro? Are you serious? You mean like one life? You just keep dragging this body forever through all time? Or how about like you come back? Like, all right, I'm gonna miss the next decade because that stunk. Fuck those 100 years. These are gonna be some, you know, the 100-year wars. You know what I mean? Like shit, the Dark Ages and shit. Yeah, well, let's pass on that. Even though I wasn't in a form, right? So the last time I was here was the 1700s, and then I wasn't born again until 1982. I didn't cease to exist. I just didn't take form. Meaning that I was everywhere at once. Once you take a form, you're limited to the form you've taken. That's all that means, bro. Death is just a rebirth, bro. You're gonna close your eyes and open your eyes, just like you do every night. You close your eyes, pray to God, open your eyes, new day. You might not like where you wake up. Some of us don't. Some days, dude, I hate waking up in this damn body. Damn it, I'm still here. But it's just like that. As far as suffering, the body, your body might feel pain before those last moments, but there's nothing to fear. God's right there. He's going to be right there. Your family's right there. There's something familiar that you know what I mean? You'll see familiars is what they call that. So that you don't feel unsafe. They don't want you to feel unsafe about coming home. Ooh, pretty. So, you know, but as far as the pain of it, I mean, sciences came in and did some wonders there. You know, did Pac feel all those gunshots when he was going? No, bro. His spirit had already left that body. They were keeping it alive. And that's because he wanted to do more great works. He was very limited. You know what I mean? That's it. They could only go so far in this life. Did Kobe feel pain when you know what I mean? When that shit hit the ground? You've seen many die. All of them die in all different ways. You've seen it in movies and stuff. It's a couple last breaths. It might hurt them, but they won't feel it in a moment. And then they're off to a new adventure, bro. In a brand new form. And that's why I tell you, most of them are like the youngest version of themselves. When I see them, they're very youthful. They're in their youngest version. Usually like teens. I would say somewhere between like 13 and 19 is the version of them that comes to see me. I've never seen anyone in a gruesome, fucked up body, no zombie shit, no blood. They're whole, all put together, looking good, just themselves. Hawk tends to have no shirt on a lot. As if, why? I don't know. It's a form he chooses to present himself in. He doesn't have to, but that's what it is. And then there's Kobe, you know what I mean? He didn't make himself known to me for a very long time. He felt like it was a good thing to play with my imagination and put, you know, the little... fucking jack-o'-lantern from the, you know, what did they call that guy? It's from old school Halloween. It would be a knight with the jack-o' head that would come up on Halloween. In my first visions, that's what I would see, is the dark night of the soul. I'd be just sitting there and I'd just see this vision of a black horse, a knight with no head holding a jack-o'-lantern calling me. I didn't know it was Kobe. I put a face on that shit. I put his face on it later. He didn't have a face. They take whatever form, and that's what we read yesterday in our books about, you know, your spirits, guides, and how they take a familiar form to you. That's not, you know, too much. But, yeah, death. All things must die, bro. I don't want to keep doing this forever. This is... You want your job... If you're... Think about it, dude. Just give immortality to any part of your life. Like never-ending... I mean, laundry is immortality. Never-ending clothes. Never-ending dishes. Never-ending work. That means your day would never end. If your life never ends, your day never ends. We look forward to the ending of things. Why? Because that means we can do something better with our time. We're... You know what I mean? The workday starts. You can't wait till the end of it. You know, Lewis, he can't wait till the end of this season, bro. He has to write it out, but he can't wait till it's over. Why? Just so he can start a new season. We can't wait till this divorce is over. Why? So we can get in a new relationship. I teach you about that. As far as time and space, that's only here. It's not real. You can be at any time and space when you leave the limitations of your mind. It's called astral traveling and stuff. Tapping in the Buddhist and Hindu teacher. I guess there's some kind of writing where I can try to explain some shit like that to you. Anyways, that's what started the conversation 15 minutes ago. I pulled out a couple cards here because I'm tired. I really was thinking about taking a vacation, bro. You're like, really? Like, just... I want to. Can you just stop, God, for a minute? Can you just leave me alone? I felt spiritually drained. Like, sore. What do you mean? Like, I'm sore. Like, they've put too much. It's like, imagine having your stomach pumped all the time. My throat hurts. My insides hurt. They just keep pushing this shit out of me, and it's like, I'm sore. That's the best way I could say it, was spiritually drained. It's draining my physicality. I'm putting in overtime messages, very high level visions that are beyond this world, bringing them in here, finding words, doing all this. I am burnt. I just don't even, like, I'm sitting there and I don't want any stimulation. I'm like sitting with my headphones on just to make people think I can't hear them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not listening to music. I'm just overstimulated from the inside out. I really want a break. I'm asking God to chill out on my body. But again, nobody can do what I do, so I have to get these messages out because it's when they come in. I don't know when you get them. Who gives a fuck, bro? I gotta get it out when it comes in. It may be exactly for today, but it's not only for today, bro. This message is not only for today and only for me and only for you. It just means now's the time where they gave me the opportunity to speak about such things. There's so many hidden jewels in all of this. And then all of a sudden they just, activate it. That's the second thing I shared. Lumen Moon shared a video. I didn't watch it, but I started to. And they were talking about, they're afraid of your psychic abilities. The gift of discernment. I've made many videos telling you I don't know shit until they tell me. First off, it's written all over you. There's the language. The things you are hiding are coming off of you the most. Why? Because I speak that language. What's the language? Pain and suffering, hurt, shame, guilt, rejection, regret, all of that shit. All that shit that you hide, I see it. That's what I'm made of. So anyways, going back to it, it was like, I'm like, people that just fear me are afraid that I'm going to see the truth. Well, as I had posted, as John said, the truth shall set you free, bro. Stop hiding it. Yeah. Now you can let it go. But anyways, going back to these, psychic abilities and shit like that, like, nah, bro. I'm just chilling, and then I see it, and I have to say it. And they're afraid that you're waiting till the right time to crush them and shit. No, God is. He's gonna crush you. I don't give a shit. I'm just his loudspeaker, bro. Listen, loudspeaker. That's all, bro. He plugs into my chakras whenever he wants and uploads information all the time. And I'm telling you right now, I am spiritually drained from him doing it. Immortality. It's a never-ending conversation. Nothing ever ends. The only constant is constant change. Once these times end, it only means it's the new time. It's the beginning. Finally, a beginning. People have waited forever for the end times. Why? So they could start over. Only to what? I don't know. We'll sit around if we like it. We won't worry about the end. Otherwise, we'll be hoping for another ending. That's all that happens. And that's fucking infinity. It goes on and on and on. Anyways, here. We're going into our light workers. I am a light worker, and we're going to talk about the Dark Angel. I just kind of look forward to this card. Earth healing. I'm trying, Earth. I'm tired, guys. Alright, page 90 and 95. 94 and 95. The Dark Angel comes to you with radical truth. Divine love is always there for you, without exception. Love will never forget you. It will never stop caring for you, even when it seems most unlikely. In fact, especially then. The Divine is reaching for you and nurturing you. Even our wounds are ways that we can discover love and divine grace through the healing process. The Divine is always helping you remember who you are. And that's what it said in the video too. Like they think like you're watching it. I'm not watching you, bro. God tells me exactly when to look over. I'm not watching you. He tells me when to look at you and what to say. What to see and what to say. I'll be like, don't make my hair. I'm not. Why would I watch you if watching you irritates me? And you know, going back to Wolfman, bro, I'm not watching all your videos. I will watch the 2 that you're talking about, which is me and you. I don't give a shit about everybody else. When I did, I did. But when I don't, I don't. And that should be a clear indicator. I don't care. I'm not in all of that. I don't care what y'all are doing until God makes me care. And then I gotta give it all my caring and give it all your love. I don't, shut up. The Divine is always helping you remember who you are and find your true joy. When the Dark Angel appears, you are being given a gift of light, even if it may be a hidden blessing. The Dark Angel. Alright, Dark Mystery is the one that helps us learn that even if things don't seem to be working out according to the timing or the method that we believe necessary, the light and love of Spirit are unfailing. If a door is closed in your face, it is the wrong door for you. Magnetize Yourself popped up again with none of those, you know what I mean, disgusting videos of they're going through an awakening and they're going to come back. They hold you, dude. They made me sick, bro. They kept me I don't blame you. I blame myself for listening to you. And I feel sorry for all the other fucking people that believe they're in a twin flame journey and that are listening to you. Have hope for people that are not going through any changes in life. You're making no fucking strides. You're projecting into those cards, bro. And again, every time you say a divine masculine, it's talking about mine. My internal divine masculine, not a fucking man on the other side. You're messing with people's fucking hopes, bro. You're keeping them stagnant and unhealthy relationships of codependency. God wants them to be happy, but not with this person. And obviously they're not. And you keep telling them to hold on to them. You did it to me. I believed you, bro. I believed every fucking word that you said about that bullshit. Until I realized there was no man. You're talking about my divine feminine, or my divine masculine and my divine feminine that's going on in me. There's not some other person doing this. It's me. So there was truth, but it's not a person. And you keep people latched on that bullshit, bro, just so you can keep your views up. And when I came back and told all of you that you were wrong, you didn't care. You just got worse at it. Just lying, dude. I needed someone to be real with me, bro. I had a whole studio of people that could have said, don't mess with that married man. I needed someone to be real with me, bro. When I'm trying to get away from this situation, and I'm trying to be better than this situation, and I got a whole spiritual community telling me that this is what God wants for me, that's not good, bro. That's not good, bro. Telling me this is gonna work out, just stay there, just, thug it out. Just keep praying, just keep doing your work, just keep loving yourself, and they're gonna come around. The person that's not talking to you, that rejected you so very long ago. You guys kept me sick, bro. Believing this shit that you believe. Those are your beliefs, and I believe them. And I became as cold and low vibrational as you guys, bro, because it wasn't real. Those beliefs kept me unhappy, bro. Believing that there was someone better is the only way I could keep going. Believing the shit that you guys, that comes out of your mouth, that Bobby or Russ or Marshall were ever gonna be fucking holy unions, they were ever gonna heal themselves and be men of God. You can't deny the twin flame and connection. I'm in their minds, bro. I'm in everything. But to say that I should stay still and wait on any of them? Fuck y'all. Stupid bitches. Spend your whole fucking life doing it. But don't do it to other bitches, bro. Don't do it to other people that are looking for some answers. I hate you, love readers, for that reason. You made us fucking believe some shit that wasn't true. Same as the church. Jesus didn't say that either. Believe the best of a person. Believe them to God. And go live your life, bro. Seeing Captain America. You could have had anyone. He wanted to live in the past. So bad that he had to go back and relive it. As if it was any better than the future. My hands are totally in prayer. It's like, it's a dark truth that these people do to each other. I wish my mom would have told me. Maybe she did. I wish somebody would have saved me from myself. Somebody would have sat me down and told me the truth. Hurt my feelings. Told me that I was, you know what I mean? You lie to people, bro, in the name of spirituality. In the name of God. You tell us that they're getting better. You tell us that they're changing. You tell us that they're hurting, that they're thinking about us. They're obsessing about us. They love us. You lie for the sake of lying, because there's no truth shown. You say they're taking action, but there's none. They're going to call you. I see this as a reunion. I see you guys coming back together. How come every one of your new love readings, Oscar, is about an old love? Why can't I have new love? Why does it always gotta be someone from the past in your videos? Always, bro. Why can't I have someone new? Because you guys don't believe in anything new. The twin flame community believes that they are stuck with this person till the end of time. That this person completes them and they can't go forward in time without this person. They don't believe that you can be with someone else but this person. It's the whole belief system behind the twin flame community. It's a lie. How do you know? Because I'm Lilith. God made me a man, and what did I do? Later, hater. So what did he do? Gave him another woman. What did he do for me? Gave me another man, but I didn't like that one. So he gave me another one, and I didn't like that one. He gave me another one, and I didn't like that one. Oscar, how many women have God given you that you don't like, and he keeps giving you more of what you don't like? End of conversation. You don't need any more that you don't like, because you love what you don't like with this guy or this girl called your twin flame, your soulmate, your counterpart. God help us all. If there isn't something better than this person, then I have no reason to live. It's just that simple. Alright, if a door is closing in your face, meaning he's blocked you, they're not talking to you, they're currently dating someone else, or have been for this whole time, and you're a loser. Thanks for making me believe this was gonna work. I appreciate the lies. Alright, disconnected. Divine love will ensure that you, and that's it. How can I attack them? Because I know what they've done. They did it to me. You want to talk about cult busting? You want to talk about religion, bringing down religions, bro? You want to talk about brainwashing that they do? I have the videos to prove it. How I went through one after another of these tarot readers, believing them, and only to find out they were absolute lies. And then God showing them. So in essence, people think I'm building up a fucking, a case against you. I'm the witness. I didn't know this was happening either. It's happening right now in front of me, and I can't even believe my own eyes either. God's got a case against you. He's balancing the scales. I'm just getting caught up in this bullshit. Seems stupid. Divine love will ensure that the right door opens at the right time. When you, and that's it, they're just over there stalking their ex's pages, bro. When you encounter darkness, how you respond can make either the dark or the light victorious. You can choose doubt and fear, or you can force the darkness to serve the light by choosing trust and faith. You are spiritually advanced enough to trust unconditionally. That is the trust that burns bright, and not only when things appear good, but even when your mind your mind thinks things seem to be heading in the wrong direction. I said that earlier. It's like, you guys call me crazy because I walk in the biblical teachings of faith and trust. That I literally give it all to God like he told me to. You hear me fighting with the surrender of giving him my problems and trusting him to solve my problems, but you see that he does such things, Does unconditional trust mean that you give up if things get tough, assuming it is not meant to be? Of course not. Relying on unconditional trust and understanding the dark mystery, you are willing to go through the periods of not knowing. That's it. I tell you all the time, I don't fucking know. Why? Because I'm not supposed to. It's a need-to-know basis. And that's why I'd be like, why did I need to know that? I didn't. The collective did. I don't care. I get mad at him for not telling me the shit I need to know. Which in essence is, why didn't you tell me what I needed to know? Because with that, you wouldn't have made your own decision. If I told you everything, you wouldn't be thinking for yourself. Good point. And I've stood at those crossroads. Going back to Christmas, I'm sitting there. The Holy Spirit is telling me I have to face Bobby. And I am crying my eyes out. I can't do this. And I'm like, Jesus can't tell me what to do. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. I know the right thing to do is to actually just face him. But I can't do that. Well, fast forward. And now it's all done. You are willing to continue your path, even if you're not seeing immediate results, because in your heart you know it's right. This type of trust is powerful enough to release any separation between you and the universe. You know that even when the universe guides you into a challenging territory, you shall benefit. And I say that all the time. God fucking did this, bro. You fucking did this. Why did you fucking do this, bro? I don't have no devil in my life. God is all challenging, and I show you that. I restore his his place and take away this devil that from his existence. God just drives me straight into some bullshit. Why? So that I can learn trust and faith in him, and then he gets me out of the bullshit. Straight into the bullshit. You told me to do this, God. One that really killed me, bro, was Nevada. You fucking told me to do this. No, I didn't. He didn't really. He didn't. He showed me. He showed me set up in Vegas. I assumed that because I was happy, because I was proud, because it looked like everything was working, I thought it came with money or something. I don't fucking know. I was so mad at him. Why'd you do this, God? It didn't work. Yes, it did. Look at you. If you can walk up and down these streets and pull out your cards and stand up and be me and be you in front of everyone for me, here, you could do it anywhere. And it was the same in Oklahoma. Why'd you do this, God? Because I wanted to show you. I'm seeing Joseph in the cave. Why'd you do this, God? Because I wanted to teach you. He takes me through hard times, but he gets me out of them. And that's why I don't put myself through hard times, because he does enough of that. I can I don't stray away. That's what you gotta understand. When I got him taking me every different way, I don't even want to go my own way. I say that, but it's not true. Praying to the beautiful dark angel, and writing, drawing, dancing your feelings, and dialogue with your dream images. You can work through the pain of challenging times and grow in wisdom. What matters is that you honestly express, and that's where he keeps me, in a not knowing.
Joe Bart's 6'1".
Congratulations.
I had no idea he was so tall.
She loves Joe Bart. What matters is that you honestly express the depth of your suffering. People go to Lilith and Lucifer for that reason, because they know how, you know what I mean, how angry and how sad. We know how angry and sad God has made you, how upset you are with humanity. We understand the hatred towards humanity and God, and that's why you come to us. You pray to us. You know what I mean? The church tried to take that away and made you confess your sins to this guy. Tell him how bad you have been to God, so that they had power and dominion over you. But when you brought it to Lucifer and Lilith, they freed you with it. The church doesn't. In the sense of, we remind you that you're still loved. We remind you of, you know what I mean, what we've learned, and we teach you how to use that as an empowerment. Your suffering as empowerment. And that's it. It's like, you know, that's what God teaches you in general. And that's what they said, you know, the Buddhist teaches you. It's like your suffering is your power. You're overcoming, you're becoming stronger. It's character development, muscle tension and all of that shit, retention and all of that, which is what basically your brain, the wisdom, knowledge gained. Yeah, you might get some actual muscles, but how many times have you sat there and just cried to God, why have you done this? At least you know it was him. That's a start. He takes us all to very challenging places. Some places where we can't get ourselves, most places we can't get ourselves out, and that lead to an absolute dead end. Not a place that he's never taken anyone else before. Why did he take, you know what I mean? Why did he take him around the mountain 40 fucking years instead of just showing him the way? Perhaps he did and they weren't listening. Anyways, then when you are ready, acknowledge that the experience has helped you grow. That's it too. All of our pain has made us who we are today. We're stronger or weaker because of it, depending on how you are. I can look back at all of my, you know, everything that I ever went through with Russ, and that's why I can calm down all the time with him. Even though, you know, when we're going through it, it's so annoying because it's like, you never stop this shit. And there's a certain pattern that picks up, and it's built up. It's a build-up pattern between the two of us that plays out. Very toxic relationship that goes on, Lucifer and Lilith. But in the essence, it's like, at the end of every one of these bouts, as I call them, I come out so much more powerful. It's like, in essence, you could say he's my bully, and every time I stand up to that dude, I knock the shit out of him. Every time. He's like twice my size and wants to fight me every fucking weekend, all week long. And every time I am ready. And that was always the saying, why won't she just stay down? How can she just keep getting up? Bro, I'm gonna get up and fuck you up. Let me wipe these tears off my face. Let me tuck my fucking tits back in, and I'm gonna fuck you up. And that's it. It's like, you know, I become stronger. Character development, ultimately, is what it is. He brings out the worst, only so I can alchemize it and be better. As we realize how we have grown through the experience, turning what was once a source of pain into spiritual light, we masterfully transform our deepest pain into our greatest growth and spiritual accomplishments. We became true spiritual alchemists, releasing the light from the darkness. You know, yesterday's video was very awesome, but again, I found better words. Each time I talk about it, I'm finding better words to describe it. Every time I have to revisit this fucking pain, you know what I mean, of what he did with that song and try to describe what it really did to me, I couldn't, in the beginning, even put it into words how painful it was. But every time I go back to it, I can find new words to describe what it really was that he, you know what I mean, how painful his words and actions really were. And in essence, it's giving myself a voice to, you know, it's like, dude, you really don't understand. Or maybe you do, like you are fully unaware of how painful your words were. How much disaster, how much damage they did to a human being. And it gives this, even though this is a conversation between me and him, those on the outside are becoming very aware of their words. And this conversation that we're having, every time we go have a fight, every time we have a marriage fight, we go to, you know what I mean? These are things that teach other people how to behave better. In me schooling him, I school the world. Is he my bully or am I the bully? A question, an argument to be had. Alright, as you learn to put more faith and love than in fear, your trust becomes increasingly unconditional, and you find the light even in the dark. In this way, you become an initiate of the mastery of the dark angel. Then you can show others that this is possible. And that's what I tell you, you can find the light in the dark, but you have to sit in there for a while. It's all dark. You can help others from victim consciousness and show them that inner peace is possible. And that's that whole conversation, bro. There are so many people that have suffered from sexual abuse, and they can't put it into words because it hurts so bad to even relive it, to even try to put it into the words that I put it in. Yes, they're gruesome. I'm using scientific words though, like penetration, vagina, and penis, you know, but in the sense of we need to really talk about this. And it's hard to talk about such things, but that conversation, being able to say it and, you know, speak out of somebody's heart and pain. They have never been able to put this into words, and here I come and I can put it into words. She knows what I fucking feel like. She knows my fears. She knows what's been done to my body. She knows. God knows, bro. And he did it to me too. And it's not about everybody needs to know. It's not a victim mentality. Everybody needs to know what needs to be done. Everybody needs to respect what you've been through, that you've had a human life, and it has wicked. It's made you pretty wicked in some areas, and you're working on it. It's not a forgivable thing. It's not like, oh, you know, kind of like Kanye, where like, I'm allowed to be forgiven for my behaviors because this happened to me. There's a lot of that. You know, my brother plays victimhood. Like, well, my mom wasn't there, and my dad isn't there, and this is why I am the way that I am. Shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. There's hella people that didn't have either, that are twice as good as you'll ever be, and they don't blame it on not. It wasn't determined by a mother and a father. I'm not saying that, and that's where we find the understanding that what we made as our power made other people weak. Because I grew up in the same fucking house as him, and that made me all powerful, and that made him all weak. You know what I mean? I became over independent. And he became a victim mentality that would, you know, lie, cheat, and steal to get the things he wanted. Where I would just work as the man and woman. He just wanted to continue to be a child taken care of because he never had it. You know what I mean? So, you can help heal us from victim consciousness and show them that inner peace is possible, even when they're facing the unpredictable twists and turns of life. Most people can turn to me and tell me the shitty place that God has put them in their life, and I am supposed to show them the light. This is what God wants for you. And that was her. God wants me to be a manager. Well, let me explain why. You know what I mean? This bitch made me lose my job. Well, let me explain why. Yeah, I can't. My boyfriend broke up with me. Let me explain why. Let me explain the light in this dark situation that you're not seeing. Let me show you how God is doing this for you, and not to you, but kind of. Let me explain what God's doing to you and why it's for you. This is all for you. Right? Something like that. If you've been through a difficult time or struggle to heal an issue, the dark angel promises that even through the depths of despair, you shall find the light. In your own time, you will rise again into trust, restoring faith and hope. All will be well. I'm seeing this. It's like he took my biggest fear and put it in words, but only when I spoke about the words could I admit that that was my biggest fear. What was it about those words that hurt so bad? Because it's my biggest fear and my biggest pain. I couldn't tell you why they hurt so bad because I couldn't tell you the whole story. I couldn't tell you why that song killed me. I couldn't tell you really the truth of it. I tried, but I couldn't really because I was still suffering from it. I couldn't really tell you the truth of why those words hurt because it still hurts. Because what? Because I'm still scared. And that's what I tried to say earlier. I'm still scared. But once it's over, once I face that fear, then those words won't hurt anymore. And that's where you have to face these fears, bro. These fears bring up pains. Those words are always going to hurt me until I get over this. Until I do it, you know what I mean? Until it happens again. And then those words will have no power over me. I will be like, oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It wasn't as scary. I didn't black out. You put my biggest fear and my biggest pain and my biggest suffering into a couple of words. And that's why I want you to be I want you to be aware that just a couple words that you say being clever can hurt somebody so bad that they might not recover. And me being, the big mouth, the loudspeaker, the insensitive fucking Sagittarius with no filter, this is a lot to be said. It's like, we just say shit, bro. We don't give a shit how bad it hurts your feelings, but then you start to realize how bad other people's words hurt your feelings. And you become aware. You tone it down. You try not to. You try to, this Marshall, it's like, people are sensitive, dude. We're hurting people with the things we say. You are. And that's it. It's not like we didn't talk about this before. It's just that we become aware. We become more aware of ourselves and the damage that we're doing to others just by being ourselves, and that we can be a better version of ourselves without damaging others. It's story. It's just a story. Everybody's life is a story, and you can learn a great lesson by watching their life play out. Invocation. I call upon the wisdom of unconditional love that I may be empowered to see the true light within everything and everyone, including that which holds the outward appearance of darkness. I honor the truth that darkness serves a purpose. I treat it always with an opportunity to strengthen the light. I call upon the light of divine love to ignite the light of my own heart, strengthening it each day. Through divine grace I am always held in the light. May divine grace shine through me and into the hearts and minds of all beings on earth. So be it. Ew, and you know what the next card is? My favorite. I told you I was going through this again. Always going through it. How often do you do it? Every time you change your perspective, bro. Every time you change, how do you go through this? How do you change your DNA? How do you change your timeline? You change your mind. When you change your mind fully, your belief system, I don't believe that no more. I reject that belief system. I don't walk by that anymore. That was shrouded it was in your DNA since young. You've walked in it. It has been rooted in your body since young. All parts of your body. It's in all layers of your being. You were taught this when you were a kid, and you've always lived by it. All of a sudden, you say, I'm not going to live by it anymore. All the places within your body where this belief system hid is now being purged out. What happens? Catch us next Sunday, but I'll tell you again what happens. Symptoms of this process at times can be challenging. They include headaches and other aches and pains, flu-like symptoms, inexplicit and nearly overwhelming fatigue that lasts for days, and then suddenly vanishes along with surge of new energy. You experience pinging in the ears, increased sensitivity to light or sound, hormonal imbalances, hot flashes, excessive sexual energy, mental obsessions, mood swings, aggression, unintentionally harsh reactions to people. You're purging, bro. It's in the alchemy of things. It's literally you're throwing it up. You're throwing a fit. You're throwing it out of your body. Your body's rejecting it. Again, I try to explain it. It's like a heart transplant. Your body goes into shock. It's trying to push this out. You could easily get diarrhea, fucking upset stomach, throwing up, all kinds of that shit, bro. It's got to come out. It's coming out through tears, through sweat, through You sleeping, it's coming out. Back to my video last night. Everything starts with thought. So if you have a thought, it creates matter inside of you that really matters. And then you can take that matter and put it outside of you. Everything that matters to you, you make important outside of you. Yes? Okay, well, you still keep the importance of it inside of you. Your dead grandma doesn't live outside of you anymore. She's gone. She lives inside of you. She's only there when you think about her. But then she's fully there, the whole existence of her being. You can see her, you can smell her, you can touch her, you can have this whole feeling of her inside of you. Whenever you think of her. Now, imagine you take the thought of her and all the memories that you ever carried. Remember that one time when she bandaged up your knee? Right? Well, grandma's not here no more and you've erased grandma, so now that pain in your knee is going to start throbbing again because it was attached to grandma. Remember that time that grandma gave you the scarf to put around your neck because you were really cold? Well, grandma's not here anymore, so now your neck is getting all kinds of cold. It's a total detachment from the inside out. You're ripping it out of your being. Belief systems, ways of being, who you were. You're literally taking your skin off. You don't rip your grandma off. I'm just trying to use that as an example. That doesn't happen. I mean, it could if you were, sadistic and you really wanted someone to go away. There's always these movies about it, but as someone that's lost all their memories, it's like I'm not that being. I find pieces of that being inside of me that are flared up, and I put the fire out, and I integrate that piece and that memory into, somewhere, the time and space, but that's kind of it. Interesting, yes? We're deep. I always have to do a Lumerian card, and it's like, those are just as deep. Why? Because I always have to. Nobody else is going to teach you about the Lumerians, and you can't teach about them unless they're in the light. It's like there's only certain times you can teach about them. They only have a little access doorway. Meaning you could read these every day, but to actually access it, and those are those crystals right here. What did I teach you? The infinite. Told you. Just like the Palladium book. I can't just sit around reading it. It won't make sense. You can't just read the Bible nonstop and expect that all of it sticks in. I can ask Mr. Plum all the time. I love him. He went to church twice. We should call him. Hey, Mr. Plum, what was church about? He spent 2 hours twice today learning about it. But after all that time, what was it about?
That's me after class.
I'm so serious. At the end of a day, my son spent 8 hours of somebody talking to him. They talk to him all day. Somebody, that's what they get paid to do, is talk information into his head. I asked him, what'd you learn? Oh, no. Did any of that shit get into his head? Yeah, somehow he accesses it later. He wasn't consciously paying attention. He can't repeat it, but if he needs it, he can get it, mostly. But some of us, what'd you do yesterday? I don't know. In the essence of, it's like we could try to force this down, but it's like trying to eat eggnog, or trying to drink eggnog in the middle of the summer. It just doesn't taste right. It doesn't really hit the right spot. So, yeah. If you want to buy these cards, I think again, I can only read them on certain days. Let's see. And we were talking about the infinite, and what was that? I mean, pretty much we're talking about, what is that, 49? Immortality, I suppose. The eternal life force, cycles of growth, rising from the ashes, many deaths and rebirths within one's life. You are so much more than your physical body. Tried to tell you. And that's it. It's like, who's delivering? They're delivering the message. I have a message from hell, the dark angel of hell. He was talking through his wife today. I mean, seriously, as long as he's not telling me to do laundry. And then the light. I have a message from God. Who is delivering the message? God, ultimately, but he sent it through two different directions. From above and below. As above, so below. See what I mean? Alright, the beings of Lemuria are said to have lived for many hundreds of years. See, this was all for you, Joe Bartolozzi. I told you started this stupid conversation. I was going to take vacation, bro. I seriously was. I was going to post, no more today, I'm tired. And then you had to start the conversation. Which it wasn't you. God put that fucking idea in your head, too. got you going too. I mean, whatever. As they were only partially incarnated, their bodies were much lighter, less physical, actualized, and less affected by aging. They were also aware of their infinite nature, like me. The Lumerians were multidimensional beings and regularly traversed realms over the physical, including the places before and after death, like me. As we become aware of that we are so much more than our physical bodies, we may experience a sense of the eternal. Thus, fear around death gives way to recognizing new beginnings, so we remember that what is real and focus on what... I'm seeing the baby. Alright, hold on. What are they talking about here? I just saw a baby pop out of a vagina. Hold on, let me tell you. That was the moment of life. You were dead before you were alive. And then once you were alive, you were just on a timer to die. Very insensitive. In the sense of, everything has its time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really holding on, and that's the Khalik, bro. We are holding on to this cold weather as long as I can. I'm holding it, dude. I'm holding it as long as I can. But ultimately, I can't. The sun will come in. It's over. It's gonna be a hot motherfucking summer, y'all. We need to find shade. Plant a tree, bitches. Anyways, going back to it. As much as summer will come, dude, no matter what you do, it will cool down eventually. The people in the desert, dude, thank God for the fucking night sky. This day, will this day ever end? What you guys do? Make daylight savings time. Let's save the daylight. How about not? How about let it go? There'll be more later. Let's make our days longer. How about no, bro? How about no? Why can't we just have a short day for once? Why do we gotta have a 14-hour fucking day? Oh, God. Think about time and space. You guys try to put so much space in your time. Try to explain that to you. This is the same 24 hours as the last 24 hours, as every 24 hours has ever been. You're like, I don't have time. Well, if you slow down, you know, I can tell you that time moves pretty fucking slow around here. So you don't like the time to go slow, so you like to fill it with things. That's why you're at work and you look up and you're like, oh my God, it's only been 15 minutes. Yeah, but then you can sit on your phone and you'd be like, oh fuck, I lost 3 hours. It doesn't matter. It's just how you spend your time. I mean, you're just filling it with stuff, space, words, you know, things. Anyways, as we become that we are so much more than our physical bodies, the eternal, thus bringing, you may feel like you have led many lives and expressed different faces to the world. We can experience many mini deaths and rebirths as we allow outdated parts of ourselves to fall away. And that's what I mean. Gosh, can you ever just die? Anyways, going back to him. Fucking Russ. He wants you to accept that that old part of him is gone, and he's embraced it, and he's integrated it, and he's a new man. But we're looking at the same old, same hoe. And that's why he's trying so hard. He's trying to make you see something that isn't real. Because if it was real, recognized as real, we would see it. If you really transformed your life, we could see it. And that's what goes back to the tarot readers. They're lying. They didn't transform shit, bro. They're robots in disguise. Holy Spirit, that was a dad joke, if you ask me. He's a dumb god. As we allow outdated parts of ourselves to fall away. He's outdated fully. And then I'm looking at Marshall. He did the same thing. He tried to show you in a video that he integrated his former parts and that those parts had fallen away. Alright, well, where's the new guy? Because the new guy is doing the same shit as the old guy. So how are you a new guy doing old shit? How did you take a shower and put on the same old underwear? Your balls reek of last year. Then we got They got a picture of Kanye on Facebook talking about he was wearing designer jeans and no underwear. I was like, he went commando, huh? Sweaty ass, gross. You fucking stink. They caught a picture of your ass hanging out, which means they got a picture of your ball sweat easing out of the back of your butt. Is that a smell you're familiar with, Kanye? Ball sweat coming out the butt? If I wasn't dark, I'd have no light in my life. Oh, God. Oh, the darkness. It's hilarious. That's a dark ass. Dark ass. Alright. I don't know why we call you bitch. Stop, Hawk. See, you're not helpful. I can tell you whose fault that was. Alright. Anyways, you and your outdated, you're fucking Lewis. I'm ready to start this new journey of my life. Really, you're doing the same shit. You're just in a different car. What are you talking about? You're doing the same shit. You're just wearing different clothes. You're stupid. New year, new me. It looks like the same old you, bro. What are you talking about? I'm so serious. Like, he hasn't even cut his hair. He hasn't even changed anything about it. He lives in the same old house. He drives the same old Pathfinder. He's fucking the same old girlfriend, bro. How could he have left an older part of him when he's just the very young? He's his shadow. He's his 16-year-old self. He's begging to be part of this, bro. He's begging for attention to show that he has grown, matured, you know what I mean, took this journey or anything. Why? Because he studies spirituality and he so badly wants to be part of it, but he's not part of it. He just wants to talk about it, like he does everything. Anyways, when we choose to align our lives with our spirit, we may find we experience more of these mini-deaths. They can be daunting, but are fast-tracking our growth to prepare us for the shining new chapter that beckons. And you know, that goes back to you, Oscar. What kind of ego deaths have you had? Because you were full of the ego like a couple weeks ago, Igor. Till God sent you on a fucking, dragged you down into the jungle. Welcome to the jungle! He got fun and games. So what did he do? He broke your rib. So in essence, told you you couldn't ride a motorcycle. You had to stop doing this, adventure for fame and fortune. No more fucking riding around with the boys through the hood. No more fucking picking up girls. No more of this bullshit. You're going to sit down and heal. Are you just healing your body, or are you healing your spirit too? Have you realized the error of your ways and that you were headed towards a road of destruction? Or are you still trying to send some random person out to Cambodia and help some struggling kids that you've never met before? How about you go back to your own neighborhood and go help some of those kids? Pick a stranger in that neighborhood and help them out. Fly them out. Give them an experience. Somebody that came from where you came from. How about not be, not somebody that just is about your life, but somebody that actually lived your life when you were younger. Maybe put your time and effort into something more valuable. Yeah, I'm pushing you. And that's it. It's like somebody will tell me they had one ego death. You made one change in your life. You had one crisis moment where you stopped the way you were living and changed your direction. That only happened once in your life. One more time is what I heard. I have them all the time, bro. Where it's like you see the error in your ways. You can see where you're going with this. You see where you've been and you've got to stop it. Where are you going to go from here? I don't know. You're not going in that direction, and that's better. You're better not to be going there. Go somewhere new. Something that you can't see coming. They can be daunting, but are fast-tracking to our growth to prepare us for shining new chapters that beckon. Divinatory meaning. This card of rebirth can appear after challenges that have required a level of surrender. Amen. What was our whole teaching this whole week? Surrender. Persephone. Surrender. Surrender to what is. So then you can accept what can be. Accept the rejection, accept the closure, accept the ending of these things so you can start a rebirth. Not meaning you're going to go back and try to be you again and the best version of you. I'm going to go try to be me but better. You didn't work. Being you didn't work. Don't you realize that? Everything you do doesn't bring you happiness. You don't bring you happiness. So you need to stop doing what you think is right and start trying to do something else. How long, according to Oscar's fucking travel channel, he's been doing this since 2020. Just traveling around, fucking bitches, pulling cards. From country to country to country to country, dude. It was supposed to be a one-time trip from Canada to fucking Mexico. And then he couldn't stay still. He couldn't find himself. He couldn't control himself. Again, are you aware that you are on serious fight or flight mode? What are you fighting, and what are you running from? And where are you running to? None of this has to do with spirituality, my love. You're running from yourself. You're running from your childhood. Why don't you go back home and face that shit? Is it... Going back to Cali. I don't think so. Alright, buddy. Alright, buddy. Like you say all the time, buddy. In the essence, whatever. I had to do it too. I had to go back there too. This card of rebirth can appear. Anyways, you have arrived at the beginning. Reveal your newfound inner freedom. Blockages have fallen away. Doors are opening. And there are opportunities to step into. Stretch your wings and see how far they can reach. Rise from the ashes like the phoenix. Born anew. You're not getting this, bro. Ever since I became the High Priestess Phoenix, I am no longer Lisa. The habits and the forms of Lisa and the stuff of Lisa comes up, and I deal with that. I integrate Lisa's life into my life as wisdom and experience. But I don't become Lisa. Lisa has to become the Phoenix. Do you understand this? There's no more Lisa. Unless I have to put that bitch's name down on a piece of paper. So I guess when I go to marry you, when you tell people who you married, I guess you'll have to tell them you married a Lisa. Thank my mother for that bullshit. In the essence of, whatever. But I'm not that person. It's very visible. It's absolutely, you can tell 100% that they're not the same person. MGK is not the same person that he was before him and Marshall got into a fight. It is very visible. Bianca is not Bianca after she married Kanye. I don't know who she is, and neither does she, but she is not the same woman. Kanye West is no longer Kanye West, and he told you. I choose to see the old version of him. I don't choose to see ye and what this person is. But you know it's true. He's not the same person. It's very visible. No matter how you look at it, something's different about Eminem. He's not the same person. Russ, you are the same motherfucker you have been this whole fucking time, bitch. The same fucking person. The whole fucking time. You have not changed any of your fucking patterns or your mentality. Ali, you are the same motherfucker since the beginning. Lewis, you are the same motherfucker since the beginning. How can you have no growth in 3 years? How can you not change, evolve, or learn a lesson in all those years? How can you not develop a sense of wisdom, experience in all those years? Because you're not living life. Clearly. There's too much to learn out of every experience of life. You're not learning shit. You're not experiencing life. You're blowing through it. And you're getting old doing it. How old are you gonna be this year, Russ? I got my 40-year-old virgin over there. Oh, fuck. I gotta go. There's a fucking fire alarm. Come on, guys.